Hello guys, I wanted to upload this video because yesterday on my stream we had to wait a long time to be able to log in because of the recent patch. And I started answering questions from the chat, some which are related to Overwatch. Also in the background are the last two games that got me to top 10 in NA. I hope you guys find it useful, enjoy. How to beat Doomfist 1v1 as Tracer. Dodge every cooldown that there is. Try to dodge everything that he's throwing at you. You need to be actively dodging his shit. And as soon as he doesn't have anything up, try to kill him that way. Especially when he jumps in the air. And another thing is, don't fight him too close up. Don't go too close to him. That's the first thing. You can fight him on mid-range. And don't fight him in really close quarters, like in a room. That's that's a really terrible mistake. Don't fight him when he can right-click you against the wall. Don't fight him, always actively stay away from walls. Actively. So he can't right-click you against the wall. What are the first 6 prime numbers? Lul. Hi, I've started watching you recently, and just the way that you act in the game and your attitude all around makes me so happy, and I'm trying to fix my attitude in-game to be close to yours. Oh, that's good. Keep on going, dude. In your opinion, what role support 10 killer DPS is the best to go up to rank to hit Grandmasters? I would say, the best. There is no best, in my opinion, because there is Zens that carry really hard. There is Riz that carry really hard. There is Rotox and Divas that carry really hard. So usually you want to have a set of hero pool. Some crack plus Adderall. Huh? Nah, only crack. How many legs does Orisa have? I think it's 4 and 2 hands, right? Is Tracer the weakest DPS in 1v1? No, Tracer is I think the strongest DPS in 1v1. How do you calculate the derivation of a point in a graph? Captain, come on, bro. Any tips for aiming on Tracer specifically? I have insanely good aim on Solo, even up close, but I always seem to miss entire clips on Tracer. How? That makes no sense. If you have really good aim on Soldier, even close up, how do you miss entire clips on Tracer? It's actually easier to hit clips with Tracer than with Soldier because you don't need to think about burst firing. That's really hard for me to answer, Gabriel. I actually don't know. Maybe you get scared as Tracer because you have so much less HP, like 150, and you're really close up to the enemies. You get scared and you fuck up because you get nervous. Maybe learn, try to fight that. Why are you so mean that you killed me on Hanamura when we were 2 people? Feels bad, my fate, dude. They actually asked if you want to draw. I said you guys want to draw, and they said no. So I was like, okay, let's win fast before everybody sees out. Which one you go for and why? There's Zen Junket out of position and within your kill range Zen. I would kill the Zen because if I go on the Junket and the Zen discords me, I'm gonna die one shot to the Junket. That's why. If you kill the Zen, the Junket can't one-shot you anymore. But if you go for the Junket and you can't kill the Junket in one clip, and the Zen heals the Junket and gives you Discord up, you're gonna eventually die to one-shot to the Junket. Is it possible to shoot the junk mines in the air? No. As far as I know. Locked in 4 times, always fucked. Poor Tylee. Any opinion on hard flank spawn camping? Hard flank spawn camping. Spawn camping usually when your teammates are losing a team fight and you have gotten 1 pick. Let's say you got the Mercy or the Zen, whatever, and they didn't rest that. Then you can go for the spawn camp, and because you know that your teammate is losing the team fight anyways, you can get the Zen or the Mercy in the back again, and then come back to your teammates and help them out. He's got the master because of your tips. Nice, Swanky dude. Good job. Have you played the Pokemon games? Fire Red, Emerald. I played the first ones. Was it yellow? I think it was yellow, blue, and red. I played the first one, but I didn't play the other ones. I played also the one where Oho was the main monster, main Pokemon. Monster, dude. What the fuck? Pokemon. You guys know Oho or Ho-Oh? I think it was Ho-Oh, right? I don't know if it was different in English, because I played the German version. I was a really small kid. I didn't know English back then. Gabalimo, thanks so much for Prime, dude. Welcome. Thanks so much, man. Thank you, dude. Thank you and welcome. Thank you for the sub. How do you play Tracer when you have Ryan, Zari as tanks? I try to get the healers in the back and try to if they discord the Reinhardt, I try to also get the Reinhardt, because if the Reinhardt is dead, if I see that Reinhardt is dropping, right, I try to kill the Reinhardt because the Zari pops the fuck off if the Reinhardt is dead. Because Zari gets a lot of charge, right? And if the Reinhardt is out of the way, then the enemy Zari is gonna die too. So I try to get the Reinhardt. If the Reinhardt is dead, or one of the healers in the back, the Reinhardt's gonna fall eventually. So I try to get the Reinhardt either by killing the Reinhardt or killing one of the healers. Are you planning to move to NA? Not really, because I don't have the monies. Where do you live now? I live in Austria. Just want to say thanks, you inspired me to get the Overwatch, and I'm having really fun. I can't wait to play rank. Nice, Relanda, dude. Any tips on climbing to Masters? I'm in Diamond right now and have been learning from you. Any tips to climb to Masters? What are you playing, Cookie? Are you ever worried about hitting your own skill ceiling and playing more will just reinforce bad habits? I don't think that exists, actually. I don't think hitting, there is a skill ceiling that can be hit. I don't believe in that. I think you can only get better, you can't get worse, only if you do like bad things all the time. Like if you, let's say like you're top 500, right? And you're playing on diamond accounts. Like let's say you're top 500 and you're playing only on diamond because you want to play with your friends and you want to, you know, pop the fuck off on diamond SR because, you know, you think like, okay, my top 500 is top 500 anyways. I can just, you know, show off with my top 500 account, but I'm gonna play on diamond because, you know, I can just stomp diamonds, right? If you think that way, then you might get worse because you're playing against diamond people all the time, and you get worse habits because diamond people play differently. I'm just like picking SR, okay? I'm not saying diamond people are bad or anything. I'm just picking SR. Let's say like diamond people, and you're playing against diamonds, even though you're top 500, and you're stomping them, but then suddenly when you play top 500, you can't stomp them anymore. You get stomped because top 500 players would play on a different level than diamond players. Then you might, you know, get worse. But I don't think you can actually get worse if you just keep on playing on top of 500. I don't think there is a way to get like worse if you just play on your own skill level and try to improve and improve and improve. I think you can only get worse when you actively do something wrong and you blame your teammates all the time. Like let's say you're just making mistakes all the time, and like every game, all the time mistakes, the same mistakes, and you don't learn from them because you're tilting on your teammates. You're like, you die because you're out of position as soldier, and you blame your Lucio because he didn't heal you, or the Mercy. Like sometimes it happens, sometimes like you're in front of the Mercy and you don't get healing, but might be that the Mercy was actually healing someone that needed to heal even more than you. And that's why you died. Who knows? You don't see it, and the Mercy sees it. Who knows? Are you worried? No, okay. Are there certain things you're constantly thinking about in-game no matter what hero you play? Not really. I actually shut my brain off. I only like think because of the stream. I usually like shut my brain off only like after and before a team fight. I think about what's gonna happen next. But when I'm playing and when I'm like shooting as Tracer, when I'm killing something, when I'm sticking, stuff like that, it already happens everything happens already automatically. I don't think about them anymore. Because if I think, I fuck up. I know that. You need to do stuff automatically, some stuff, and some stuff you need to think about. But if you just think about all the time about stuff that is ongoing, you're gonna fuck up your aim, you're gonna fuck up your stickies. Because you can't think while playing. That's not how it works. That's usually in every game. So the things that you do the best are the automatic things that you're doing. What's the difference between mid-GM DPS and top 500 DPS? I don't think there is that much of a difference. Grandmaster and top 500 are really close to each other. I think I would say like the better question would be, what is the difference between mid-Grandmaster DPS and top 500 DPS that were top 500 since season 1? That's a big difference right there, because there is much more experience. This guy knows much more probably than you because he had so much experience on the top 500 SR level than you. That might be the difference. Like more experience, more stuff that he abuses, more mistakes. Like a Genji deflecting and, you know, going inside of him, deflecting and like wall climbing. And you might not, you know, punish that, but he knows exactly that he can punish it because he played against so many Genjis, against so many top 500 Genjis. And also he has the experience against really good Genjis. Like for me example, okay, from my experience, for example, I played against so many Genjis and so many like soldiers, so many McCrees, like so many good players that if I see someone that is not as good as these players, I abuse like his mistakes so much because I know like this Genji didn't do this mistake, so I can abuse his mistake. Are you the fucking kidding? Jeff, come on, I want to play the game. Please. He kicked me out again. This is so unfortunate. I'm not. Thanks so much for the Twitch Prime, dude. Welcome. Thank you so much, dude. Thank you. Thank you for the support. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Seriously, thanks so much for the new subs, dude. Thanks so much, guys. Seriously, thank you for the support. I play Genji Trace at 3000. I feel like I pop off or have no impact. Up. I feel like I think you meant you don't pop off. That's what you meant. Because you wrote I pop off. Yeah. If you don't pop off, might be that you just need to practice, dude. There's like really hard for me to tell like you don't pop off. It's like you might have just bad aim or bad, you know, engages, bad movement. There's a lot to it. Try to like just train. It's really hard to tell like what actually your mistake is. You need to watch your VDs and look why you don't pop off. Maybe you're jumping on that Tracer too much, even though you shouldn't focus a Tracer as Genji or Tracer, something like that. When you play Tracer versus Genji, when do you play Tracer versus Genji? I usually just play Tracer. I don't really care if I play Tracer against Genji. If you mean like how do you play Tracer versus Genji, then that's the question. Like, yo, I'm Pains, thanks so much, dude. Thank you for gifting us up to Xflux. Thanks so much, man. Thank you, dude. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much. How I play Tracer against Genji is mostly I try to anticipate when he's gonna deflect and when he's gonna shift, when he's gonna dash. Because the dash does the most damage with his right click. So he might just kill me one shot or he might kill me really fast. So I need to like actively like try to dodge it. And I also like try to spray a little bit of my ammo onto the Genji so he deflects, so I don't deflect everything in my face when I know he's gonna deflect. There is a certain feeling that you get after playing a lot of Genjis And you need to get that feeling to be able to like outplay Genjis like in an easy way, you know? And that's the thing about like, you know, 1v1ing. Usually you need to anticipate when they're gonna do something, when they're gonna do the cooldown. Same with McCree, same with Soldier. Is the Soldier gonna helix hook at you? You need to actively dodge it. Does the McCree have stun up? You need to actively dodge it. You need to understand that you need to outplay their cooldowns first before you can kill them easily off. What is the biggest difference between low and high ranked players? Biggest difference? I would say there is no biggest difference. I would say like they do just like most stuff better than you. Like aim, positioning, game sense, everything is just better overall. And every player has their own mistakes and their own, you know, best things that they do. Like there might be a soldier that is really good at tracking but really bad at positioning, and then there's a soldier that is really good at positioning and really bad at tracking. So it's really hard for me to tell like who does the best things on their side, you know. Just want to say thanks. You inspired me to get Overwatch, and I'm having really fun. Can't wait to play ranked. Wait, didn't I? I think you real on there. I think I'm a sportman. I'm forced into DPS. I play choice, and I hear a voice in my head telling me what. Dude, it's spooky, but it's winning me games. Nice, dude. Nice. Keep on going, dude. Just don't dream about me. There might be even more creepy. What DPS would you recommend for a tank main? Tank main. Soldier? Soldier is pretty solid to start off. Spoons, what up, man? What's going, dude? Duration of a point is 0. Nice. Do you aim for the head when you blink in a 1v1 duel or to pick off? But isn't body shots easier to land? The neck area is better. Because neck area, you get headshots in and you get also body shots in. Just because it's easier doesn't mean it's the best. You need to always strive for do the best, not just the easiest, most convenient thing. You can't just always do the most convenient thing. That's not how you get good in the game. You need to always like do the hardest thing. If you do the hardest thing all the time, then you will get better in the game instead of like doing the easiest thing. That's what, at least what I do every time I play a game. I always try to do the like worst pain in the ass thing. So, you know, it's the hardest. So I can do the easiest things easier. I think you guys get me there. How do I motivate myself to place all 7 of my guns? You don't, dude. Just place 2, like me. I actually place 3. Do you have new aim training bot settings? No. I have the normal one that I already did on YouTube. It's on the aim guide. You can see in the description. You're not a really good trace. Swing the guns back and forth when you aim for heads. Is it intentional or something you practice? We Twitch aim sometimes because sometimes the people like really close up start AD spamming, and if you Twitch aim, you can counter that by, you know, Twitch aiming. That's what Twitch aiming is. You just like twitch your mouse to left and to the right. Will Master Risha win today in Schladming? I have no idea. When do you play Choice vs Genji? Answer that. Do you play on US servers or EU? I play on EU right now, but I also play a lot of US. If Trace is the strongest in 1v1 Vitals, it loses to Junket and Hanzo. It doesn't lose to Junket and Hanzo, you just need to outplay them. This word is in ranked? This word is in ranked? What? Are there certain things you're always thinking about no matter which character you're on? We already answered that. Jax Cat, thanks so much for Prime, dude. Thanks so much, thank you, welcome. Dude, we have so many questions, dude. Holy shit, you guys. Holy fuck. What's going on? Okay. Mate deck. I'm gonna just go like slowly down there because we can't really play anyways. Made the captain of our team at work. We're in the After Hours Gaming League. Thanks for all. Nice to me next, dude. Good job, dude. Where do you think you should position as an Ana in order to not get completely ruined by flankers? Far in the back, somewhere you can heal everybody, but also where they don't see you immediately. And also like far in the back, like really far in the back. It was Ho-Oh. Exactly, thank you. Do you have a tip to climb from silver? It's hard for me to tell you like to climb from silver because I don't know your mistakes. Just keep on practicing, dude. This is really, really hard. Like if you guys just tell me, do you have a tip to climb to master? Do you have a tip to climb to grandmaster? I can give you a tip because you might completely have already the things that I already told you. But general tips is just like, I wouldn't recommend just like asking general tips because general tips won't help you really that far. Just like ask specific tips, specific things that you do wrong. Then I might help you with a thing. Like I wouldn't recommend just asking, did I think Jax Cat already? Jax Cat is I think I did already. No, but like specific tips are are better and help you more than just like general tips. General tips you can get everywhere. Just write it in Google and you will probably get an answer. Hi, who is older, you or your brother, the Fran? I'm older than the Fran. Capros. I have actually no idea. Is the Fran older than me? I'm 23. Are there certain things you're always thinking about no matter which? No, we already answered that. No, flex all, but mainly play hit scan. Flex all, but mainly play hit scan. It's really hard for me to tell like stuff like that. Okay, just like ask a question, like I said, that is really specific what you do wrong. Maybe I can answer like something like that. On which school do you have been? There's Austrian schools. I was also like in Turkey for a while. I was like 3 years in Turkey and 5 years here. what is the priority of the different healers or target as Tracer? Like, is Mercy always higher priority than Zen? Or is there a different order of priority? It really depends on how the healers are standing. Or just like, let's say there's a certain thing, okay? Like Mercy is staying in front of the Zen, okay? If the Mercy is in front of the Zen, then obviously the Zen is going to be easier one clip than when the Mercy is behind the Zen, right? Because the Mercy is going to react faster to your one clip to the Zen rather than when she's in front of the Zen. So my target priority is mostly who is out of position, where are the healers standing, are the healers going to react to my one clip on the McCree, on the Junkrat, on someone, or are they not? Do I have to blink really close up to one clip this guy? Like, let's say Junkrat is in front of both healers, so it's going to be harder to one clip the Junkrat. But I need to one clip this Junkrat because we're going to lose the fight else, right? So I'm going to blink really close up in his head, in his neck area, and try to one clip him really fast. If I just go in the mid-range area and try to one clip the Junkrat, even though the Mercy and Zen are in the back of him, it's going to obviously be harder for me to one clip him, right? So my decisions are also, where are the healers? How are the positions of them? Do I need to one clip this guy right now? Do I need even to take the risk to kill him? Or can I just say, okay, whatever, you know what, fuck it, I'm not going to kill. So it's like really dependent on what are they gonna do. Do they have their cooldowns up too? Is the healers, like I said, are the healers in the back of someone that I want to one clip? Are they not? Like, stuff like that goes through my mind immediately when I'm trying to, like, you know, kill something. Because it's really important and essential to know, are they gonna react fast enough? Can I kill them fast enough? Do I even want to take the risk, or do I need to take the risk? Do we already get 2 picks? And we're already 6 versus 4. Do I need to take the risk to kill the Junkrat right now? No, I don't need to, because we already got like 2 picks. If I go on the Junkrat right now and he turns around and one-shots me because the Zen discarded me or the Mercy buffs him, then it's not worth it for me to take that risk. But if I know it's 5 versus 5, and if I kill the Junkrat right now in a one clip, I'm going to win the team fight immediately if I get the one clip, then obviously I'm going to do it. Or obviously I'm going to go for it. Stuff like that, you know what I mean? Yo, why you're Slash? Thanks so much for the 2 months. Thanks so much. Pulse emblem, Kabaji. Yo, what up, man? Thanks so much. Thank you for the resub, dude. Thank you. Welcome. What is the next meta when Mercy got nerfed? Might be Ana, Moira, Lucio, Zen, something like that. I actually don't know. Might be Dive or 4 tanks. We're gonna look, like, we're gonna see. Let's see what the Overwatch League teams are gonna do. Probably, like, people are gonna copy it anyways. Any tips on making the GM to top of funnel climb? Any tips? I would say carry your games harder. Just try really hard. Even if you're flexing, try really hard. I feel like my aim is good, but my game sense is lacking. How can I improve? I have a YouTube guide on aiming. Thanks for the extensive answers, bro. No problem, Supership, dude. Hey, I've recently got into mid-plat. Previously, high gold, low plat. Any advice on how to climbing? Can play almost all heroes. Like I said, these questions are super hard for me to answer. Super hard. This is like super hard. The only thing you can do is like practice on every hero. General tip, don't tilt. Your mindset helps you a lot in climbing games, because your mindset brings you closer to your like skill ceiling, like skill level. Because if you just tilt all the time, it's really hard for you to understand what you're doing wrong. If you every time like blame your teammates for your own mistakes, for your own misdoings, is that even a word? I don't know. But if you blame your own teammates all the time for stuff that you're doing wrong, then it's not gonna help. Definitely not gonna help. You might even make yourself worse because you're blaming all the time your teammates for your own mistakes. Holy fuck! Oh no. I can't answer all the questions because you guys are spamming the chat. Advice to get from to platinum. Hey, is your tip to climb rank? How do I stop my addiction to smurfing? No idea. We have a YouTube search for bad players, like low level tips for gold or worse players. I don't have really tips for that, but I have VODs. I did sub games against Kragi subs, and we did from gold to grandmaster to top 500. Like, we did on every SR level, we did sub games, so sub wars. It was like 6 versus 6, and I tried to coach as much as I could in the sub games. So if you want to take a look at it, I would recommend it. It's in the VODs. Hey Swift, what up, man? I can get it in either, and neither can Ruxu. That's a feels bad, man. I don't know what's going on with the service right now. Hey, I've recently got into we already said that. I think Mori is balanced, but I see a lot of comments on the forum saying she's OP. What do you think? And do you think she's a counter tracer? I don't think Mori is OP. I think Mori is okay. I think Mori is just annoying. I think a lot of people can't play Mori right now. That's why, like, also Mori is not that great. But Mori's orb, heal orb, kinda counters Tracer. Mori's heal orb is really annoying. But the only thing that, like, the thing that you can do against Mori as Tracer is either get her shift out and then immediately jump on her, or immediately jump on her and try to blink behind her, and when she turns around, blink behind her again. When she turns around, blink behind her again. Try to mimic her movement. Try to really go close up. Either mimic her movement or just don't move at all. Just stop moving and try to track her neck area so you can one kill her really fast. Else, the Mori is gonna overheal herself and you can't really kill her because she does a lot of damage, like lifesteal damage, because she's getting a lot of heal from herself. She does a lot of damage that way, and also bail out when she does the heal orb. When she does the DPS orb, don't bail out. Try to kill her, because if she does the heal orb, you can't get through it. Like, you can't get through the healing. There's no way. Her heal orb plus her damage heals herself too much that you can even like one kill her. There's like no way. I tried, but DPS orb, usually you want to go on her and recall if you before you die. Talk show stream, please. Lol. You should restart your Blizzard client. I'm gonna try. Will my mom ever answer that online game can't be paused? Try to like let your mom play like one game ranked, and maybe like she will realize. I think he meant that he's inconsistent. Either he does pop off or he does nothing. Good. The problem is right now, like, I have so many questions that I don't know which question is, you know, or which answer is to which question. That's a lul. You mean something? Okay. What mean I either pop off or I have no back? Okay, this is like, I don't even know the question anymore. This is so unfortunate. I'm so sorry. Do you think 104 words or over is worth it? Yes, 100%. How did Zerg go from plat to top 5 and what's your thoughts? I went from like really bad to really good too. Like, you can improve a lot if you just keep on diminishing your mistakes. Just try to improve. Don't blame your teammates. Some people already have it in themselves, which makes it easier for them to not blame their teammates and just like try hard really on their own. Like for me, example, when I used to play with my friends back then, I had like specific friend that usually went the easiest way. Okay, like he did the easiest builds in StarCraft 2. He did the easiest things and just like tried to do the easiest things, not the hardest things. And what I did was I tried to do the hardest things. I tried to like do. I was like always aware that if you try to do the hardest things, that the easiest things are gonna come easier to you than the hardest things. You know what I mean? So what I did was I tried to do everything that was like the hardest in StarCraft 2, so I get better and faster. That's what I do in every game. I try to like do the hardest things. I try to only like learn stuff that is more advanced than learning the stuff that is like the easiest, you know? Because if you learn the advanced stuff, then the easiest things come to you easier. At least that's what I did. I can't speak for everybody else, because like if you try to do the advanced stuff and you can't even do the easiest stuff, it might be that you can't do them. It might be that you're gonna fuck up. Might be that you know, are gonna have a hard time with doing so. Swift OW, thanks so much for your Prime, dude. Welcome. Thanks so much, man. Swift, thank you, dude. But like, that's about it. You know what I mean? Like, for me, like I said, I tried to do the hardest things, and for me, the hardest things was like playing the hardest hero, and I picked up Tracer because Tracer was the most fun for me, and it was also one of the hardest heroes to learn. So what Tracer did for me is I learned every 1v1. Because I need to, like, you know, win every 1v1 against McCree's, against Genjis, against soldiers. So I learned also how to 1v1 on these heroes in a way. I learned to outplay them because I knew exactly how they worked and how people outplayed me on them. I got outplayed a lot of times when I started this game because I didn't know how to play. What crosshair would you advise? I have no idea. Personal preference really on that, dude. Personal preference. I can't really like say anything about crosshairs. Hey, I've recently got into mid plat. Like I said, it's really hard for me to like answer questions about climbing because I don't know how you play. What do you think of a smurfing tracer that is much better at killing your team? Do you focus the tracer or go on their sports? I usually kill the healers on my own. Like I kill the healers really fast, and if I see that the tracer is doing a really good job and my healers are having a problem with them, I try to focus the tracer out so she backs off. And when she recalls, I go on the healers again because when she recalls, she usually runs away anyways. New map in ranked is awesome, really. What do you think when some? We're gonna look into it. What do you think when same rank main Genji 1v1 main tracer, who would win more? You mean like same skill level? Gordy, I think you mean the same skill level. If the tracer and Genji are same skill level, I actually don't know. It's probably like even. But tracer, it really depends also on the map. If the tracer fights on really close quarters, then the Genji is gonna probably kill her easier because Tracer shouldn't fight really close up to the Genji. Tracer should like hold him on mid range so she can easier outplay the dash and outplay the shurikens. Because if the Genji goes really close up to you, then he hits more shurikens with the right click than when he's really far away, you know? So that's why you should only fight the Genji in the last, as last remedy, last resort to kill the Genji really fast because you don't have anything up anymore. If you don't have blinks up, if you don't have recall up, and you know the Genji is gonna kill you, go really close up to him and try to one kill him really fast. Even if he has deflect up and shift, because you're gonna lose anyways in the long run. Like if you run away from a Genji who has every cooldown up, you don't have anything up, try to one kill him really fast because everything else is you're gonna lose. You're gonna lose that fight, 100%. There is some things that change the outcome of the fight, and there is also some things that changed my decisions against when I fight a Genji, or when I fight a McCree, or when I fight a soldier. When I fight like a McCree who's camping already on the corner of a spot and he knows I'm coming, I'm gonna fight against a McCree differently than when he's already like in front of me. You know what I mean? 12 Angry Dads, thanks so much for the Prime, dude. Welcome, welcome, thanks so much. Thank you, dude. Where do you think you should position as an Ana in order to not get complete ruined? I think I already said that, really far in the back. How do I stop meditation? Answer that. Aim for that. What do you think? A smurfing doesn't answer it. Are you older and answer it? What Blizzard world skin do you like the most? I need to like look at them again actually. I just like look at them a little bit on stream, but that's about it. All these useless boring questions about words. Am I gonna ask you questions? Tits or ass? What do you do to improve your? What do you do to improve your? I do. Why Soldier is such a boring hero to play? I don't think Soldier is boring if you really like play Soldier of your art. Like Helix Socrates hitting your Helix Socrates, you know, tracking a Walking Mercy and being able to track a Walking Mercy is not boring for me. At least not for me. What do you think of smurfing? There's an answer to that. What do you think about so easy to be versus A series? Easy to be, I got it just beside me. And the easy to be has some sort of like legs. Like it has like some sort of distance that I like, resistance that I don't like. It's really annoying. What's your opinion on maining Roto? Got me to master for the first time last season, but this season trying to play more characters and can't get there. Rotok is really strong right now. Rotok is really strong right now. The healing is really strong since it negates also damage. And the grab still, you get still one shots in. The right click can one shot, the left click can one shot. Rotok is really strong. Like I would recommend Rotok. Ever recently got into mid plat? I already said that. What do you think of a smurfing? I already said that. Any tips on taking on Tracer as Zen? Any tips on taking as Tracer as Zen? Try to like understand where the Zen is gonna come from. Try to one clip him when he's the most predictable, like when he's running a straight line. When he just right clicked, like let's say he's right clicking and you just right click your teammates, then go on him, because there's a small delay where he can't shoot you. That's when you want to go on him, and he's gonna be like, he's gonna panic also because he just right clicked. Try to go on him when the Mercy is in front of him, not when the Mercy is behind him. Try to go on him when he's alone. Try to go on him when he doesn't expect you to come, like where he's gonna not expect you to come from. Because if the Zen doesn't see you coming, he's gonna get one clip easier. Like if you spawn camp him, for example. If he doesn't know that you're spawn camping him, he's gonna get one clip easy. E-Peters, thanks so much for your Prime, dude. Welcome, welcome. Thanks so much. Thank you, dude. Thank you. Thank you and welcome. And also another thing is try to AD crouch against Zens. AD crouching helps really a lot. Just like ranked, everybody becomes Blizzard World, it seems, and people are still disconnecting. That's a feels bad, man. It's surgery. What do you think of a smurfing answer? Thoughts on esports as a whole? Esports as a whole, I think like right now there's too many 4-0s. I think the Korean teams are just way too strong, and that's I don't know, like some matches are, I think, boring to watch for people as a viewer. Because like if the Korean teams are stomping the others, like let's say you really love a certain team, okay? Let's say I say as an example Mouse Esports, okay? Like, and against, I don't know, competitive esports, whatever, okay? And this competitive esports just stomps every team, then you know already like the outcomes. So if you know the outcomes already, it's kind of boring, in my opinion. It's kind of boring to watch that. Especially if you're a fan of Mouse Esports, you know what I mean? If you see your team get stomped really hard and they can't even do anything about that, and that's then gets really boring and repetitive. And that's what I don't like about like esports right now, in general, like in Overwatch at least. But esports in general is hard, like I love it. The more esports, the better. I love games. What's the best way to practice post bumps? I would say like against bots you can practice, you know, post bumps. It's also on my Ingat in YouTube. You can just like, you know, do the settings and then just try the post bumps. I try to do the post bumps on them. How do I improve the consistency of post blink 100 days? By practicing them, Tabi. There's no other way. Just practice them all the time. What do you think of the smurfing Tracer? Get your flicks going, Tabi. You think it's okay if as Diva you go out of position to get a Mercy? If you really get the Mercy, yes, definitely. What do you think of a smurfing Tracer that is much better at killing? I already said that. Wait. Do you Blade and Soul? I played Blade and Soul, yeah. I played Blade and Soul for a while. I was really high in Arena. What do I stay consistent while playing? Sometimes I play really good and sometimes I play bad. How do I stay always good? What I did was I tried to like have a healthy lifestyle, like running, eating good food, sleeping well, stuff like that. Not eating too much before I play too. Especially what you want from your Winston Divas. I want them to be super aggressive. The more aggressive they are in the backline, the easier it is for me to like get kills. The more aggressive they are. Would you aim the same way for every projectile weapon? Example, Zen Mei? No. I think Zen and Mei is a little different. We are top 10.
I hope. I hope we get enough points to be top 10.
Oof, I should not be at this elo. Question mark. Good game though.
Play of the game.
Teehee.